Hi, I'm Pati and welcome back to A Small Geeky Chica Figures. Today we're continuing with our Nendoroid Collection series with entry number 58, Rin Shima DX version from the show Laid Back Camp, or also known as Yudu Camp. Which you can see right here, it says Yudu Camp. So this is my second Nendoroid from this series. We saw Nadesico a little while ago. So this is Rin. I believe she came in a regular version and this DX version, which comes with a couple of extra parts. I believe it's been a really long time, so I don't remember exactly which ones were the extra parts. But of course, I love this show, so I had to get the DX version with everything, as we've done with like Breath of the Wild Link in the past and the such. So yeah, we can see her right here with Nadesico, and then here on her own, she's a very, very cute figure that similar to Breath of the Wild Link, and we've seen others that has like the separate head when she's wearing her hat. And then, as you know, Yudu Kampu is solo camping, but also camping with your friends show. It's very chill, slice of life, very enjoyable to watch. And so she has all her camping equipment and she's ready to go camping when it's colder, probably in the winter. She has her little fireplace, which I've used in a lot of different photography, whether with my links or with some of my Haikyuu characters, but that originally comes from this one. And I believe she has a phone, which we have also used in other photos. So we've got a lot of Rin right here, and she's super adorable. And she has her little bun, which you can swap out to have the version where she's wearing her beanie. So yeah, let's get her out of this box and take a closer look. Okay, before we get to look at her little booklet and her blister, just want to point out that in her paperboard, it comes with this little piece you can cut out, which looks like her moped, her little motorcycle that she drives in the show, and then you can have it as a cutout and next to her to seem like it's there. There is a later version of her, which I do also have, which also comes with this, so I never cut it out. I never cut it out originally to use, and then I got the other one, so I less reason to cut it out. But if you want to, you can have that, so you have display next to her. I kind of just like it in the paperboard, so I left it there. Put that aside, and then I'm gonna move this a little bit more over here, and then we're gonna take a look at her booklet, because you see she has a lot of extra parts to explain because of her little tent. So this is an extra long booklet. So let's start with her set content. So we have her little chair, her book, and then her little grill and her little stove top. She has her fire. She has a hand that has a fork, a hand that has a pine cone for starting little fires, and then two extra hand parts right there, and then her extra arm parts. She has her little, I believe that's like a flame glass stove to cook her little soup, which is right there. Her phone, which is escaping its space. She has her little sitting position, and then she has her regular body that has a little bun in her hair. Right there. She has her extra face right there, and then she has this extra head part where she has longer hair and her hair is down and in its beanie, so really cute. And it has her other face in there. And then over here we can see she has this little tagline that sometimes they have, which is kind of like in the clear plastic where she's texting Nadesico and stuff, and then a couple of little signs that you could add. I think she might be able to hold them. You have these two pieces which come detached, but as you can see, mine are already attached. And then she comes with this piece that I believe is, it says here, inserted behind the inner package paperboard, so it would have been behind it, but since I've opened it in the past, it is this big part which you can set up with this to be her tent. And then there's a little explanation of how her body can move right there. And then a little explanation again of how to switch out her body parts. Like you can take out part of her scarf, and then her lower half so that you can put in the sitting part. Teaches you how to put in the stand and use the little chat. And then, it also teaches you how to set up the tent and tells you how to detach them, but I've never detached them. I think I just let them on stored like that. And then here it shows you the little ways you can use the little chats, little kind of like icons that are there and what you stick them into. And then right here it tells you how to use that part of the paperboard that I showed you earlier that has her vehicle, that I just left in place, but you could do that if you'd like. So lots and lots of instructions on how to use this Nendoroid. She is very she has a lot of moving parts. But she is a DX version, which I believe stands for deluxe, and you know, she is a little more expensive because of that, but well worth it. I really love this Nendoroid and I've taken lots of photography with her. So enough of that, let's open this up and take a closer look and put things back in their position. Okay, so before we take a look at that, I'm not going to take these out of their plastic, but like I was mentioned, this is a little clear plastic that has her little face, and she's sending a little message, which usually Nezuko and Rin are texting a lot in the anime if you watched it. So there's that, and here are the little text bubbles. I would call them like little text bubbles that you can attach to Rin or the pinecone and stuff. And then her typical usual stand, and that is a little stand to help hold up this one. Okay, so let's take a look at Rin herself right now. So here we have Rin. She's super cute in her, even in a little winter outfit, or was it like fall? But she's ready to go camping, and she loves to solo camp. She's a little scuffed here. They've definitely taken her out for pictures, so she might need a little bit of a cleaning. But she's very cute, and then she has her bun, which comes off. Yeah. For a minute, I was a little scared because I didn't remember if it came off or not, but it does. And it has a little nudge there and a little nudge there to help align it. For when you put it on, will I be able to do it today? Yeah. There we go. And then it is flat against her head. Like most Nendoroids, she has little bangs in the front, which you can easily take out and show up her faces. Although it seems like her hair is a little bit attached into here. And you can see she's been wearing a lot, that some of the paint from the hair has definitely rubbed off onto her scarf. So we'll put that back on for now. But yeah, those little hairs can go in there. If we get them right, yeah. They go into those little nudges right there, the little back hairs. So she's perfectly cute like that. And then her scarf right here comes out. And then it has a little nudge right in there. Hopefully you can see that. Might be a little blurry, but there's the nudge. And then you just put that in there. You take it out when you are swapping out her legs, which we may do later. From this angle, it's a little difficult to get it back in there though. Her body is a bit in the way, to be honest. But yeah, there's that. And like I was mentioning before, this is her little sitting position, which we have seen with other Nendoroids in this kind of sitting position. I think the last one we saw, it was Futaba had one like this. And then we have her phone, which I have, let's see, there we go, which I've definitely used in my Nendoroid photography. You can definitely use this with other Nendoroids to have them look like they're talking in the phone. It's a blank screen, but then you can use some Photoshop and, you know, put in an image in there if you would like. But it's just a cute little smartphone. So let's see, we put it back in its position right there. We have our little, which I forget what these are called since I don't go camping, but like basically it's a little gas stove that you can cook with a little flame and cook a little soup that she uses in the anime. People who go camping can correct me on what that's called. It's been a long time. I don't really remember. She has her book that she likes to read when she goes camping. Of course, it is blank. But yeah, you can do some Photoshop magic and have something there if you like. Some titles. And little grills. Stove grill right there. This is her little, I think I had called it a little grill earlier, but I think this is just her little table where she can set up when she's cooking. She's got a little seat that she can sit in. There's nothing really attaching it, but it fits in perfectly like that. So you can have her sit in her seat when she's camping. And this I've used a lot and it's really fun as a little campfire. And then it has a hole here, so I bet if you really wanted to, you could try and put like a fairy light or something to make it glow. That might be cool. I haven't tried that, so don't quote me on that, but that was just an idea I had right now. Very cute. What else? We have her bent arms. So you can swap out her arms, and I think these were in opposite positions. I bet this should say left or right. Hopefully. I don't seem to see it on the thing. That might say left. Let me double check this one. Yeah, it doesn't seem to particularly say left or right on these ones, which is weird. But yeah, these are for putting her arms in the bent position, holding her phone and stuff like that. And then we have her other head, which has her whole hat. And because her hair is down and is would otherwise cover the hole for the stand right there, it seems that it has been replaced on her scarf right there. So you would have to just put it a little higher to have her stand. But yeah, she is all bundled up and ready for the winter. Super, super cute. And she has like a happy face and a more neutral face. And then she has her kind of like disturbed, disgusted face. I mean, like, what the hell? And it's very adorable. And then, most interesting, I'll move that to the side for a second. She has her little camper, which, again, we saw the instructions of how to put together here. So let's see if we can find that page. And, yeah, I just saying that these parts go on here, and then these ends go into these holes right there, and you want to overlap them. So let's see how we do. And so it looks like this has a zipper, so we're going to put this one down first. Then we're going to put this one here. And oh no, it looks like I've ripped mine in the past, which I bet I could fix with some sewing. That's not cool. It's a little flimsy. So as you can see, it looks like I ripped this at some point. So I'm going to have to use some kind of fabric, glue, tape, to fix that together. But otherwise, it would be like this. You have your little camp that you can put as a backdrop. And it just sounds like that. Super cute. Just be careful. It is fabric. It can rip. It's not the most sturdy of things. And you know me, I'm not the most careful all the time, sadly. But yeah, let's decide what pose we're going to put her in. She has a lot of options. So again, I just put this here, but let's move it to the side while we look. I really like this face, but we're not going to put her in that pose for our opening. What should we do? Maybe we'll put her in this pose. I mean, she's already wearing most of the things. The only thing we would be changing would be her arms. There she is. You can see right here. Oh, let's see. Is it not focusing? Focus, camera. You can see her right there with her little can of soup about to eat, sitting down. And see, this is how you would put out her vehicle. But if you get the other Rin one that comes with the vehicle, you won't need the paper cutout. And then, like I said earlier, she's with Nadesico there. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we'll just put her in this thoughtful position. All we'll be doing is changing her arms though, so that's not the most exciting change, but I think we'll do that for today. Even though this one's great. I love this one. So let us do that. Let's focus back on Rin right here. And then it's very easy little change. So we just swap out her arms. And it looks her in there, her arms are just like behind her. So yeah. So for this one, it might be easier to just take off her head because her scarf is kind of in the way. And I believe this comes off. Yeah. So I didn't show this earlier, but this one comes up and has a little nudge into her hair where it would go when you want to put it back on like that. So you can have her without her scarf for a little bit. And then we would go in there. Which makes me wonder, are these the right arms on the right side? I don't know. Has me questioning this pose. What? Here we go. This is the front. This is the back. So we want her arms to twist a little bit more like this. And then it'd be like that with her arms just like behind her. Could probably pin that in a little bit better. Except, you know what? I'm just gonna bring this around and have her take a picture with her phone. Just give her something else to do. So her phone should just go right in there. Hopefully. It seems very loose. Very, very loose to hold on. But I think that's just the hand she uses. Maybe she uses this hand. Maybe this hand. Yeah, I think it might be this other little hand because that seems like a much tighter, snug fit. Yeah, there we go. The other one is for holding her book. And this one is for holding her phone. So right here, we got her. Sorry, some of that was off camera. There. Then we'll move her legs a little bit. And we'll take a picture like this. She's taking a photo to send to Nadesico and the girls. How about that? I think that'll be cute for a thumbnail image. So that's what I'm gonna leave for today. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider liking and subscribing. I post Nendoroid related content or figure related content every Friday, 11 a.m. Usually there'll be Nendoroid Collection videos just like this one. On occasion, we'll have some blind box unboxing like we've done in the past. I have bought some Pop Mart boxes recently, but I'm trying to build up a little bit more of a collection before we have a video. Because right now I think I only have 3, so I want to get to at least maybe 6 or so boxes before we film something, but it might be a while because like I said before, they have gotten a lot more expensive over the last year or two. I also am working on some new Nendoroid doll crochet projects that hopefully I'll be able to figure out and then do another tutorial in a little while. So if you like those, please come back and check in. And right now I have a little sweater and a little beanie, but I'm working on a little shirt and potentially a dress that you can also build out from the same pattern as the shirt. So if you like those, look forward to that. I always say I want to get back into Nendoroid photography and building sets, and I still do, but because I also run a stationery shop, I haven't gone around to it very much. Between my stationery shop and my full-time job, Nendoroid photography has fallen to the wayside, but I do want to get back to it. I do have an idea for an easy little set that I can build so I can do more photos of my Nendoroid dolls and my newest Nendoroids and everything you've seen so far on this channel. But like I mentioned, I have a stationery shop, so if you like stickers and washi tape and all those kinds of goods, please check me out at A Small Geeky Chica. That is my YouTube, and my website is smallgeekychica.com. I really enjoy drawing and doing all of that, so I really would appreciate your support over there too. And maybe in the future, I'll add some of my Nendoroid crochet there as well, maybe. But we'll see. That's it for today, though. So hopefully you'll come back and check in next week, which I think will be another Persona 5 Nendoroid. Who could it be? Well, y'all just have to come back and find out. Until next time, bye-bye.